Hi and hello everybody, it's Fern. Welcome back to another Planty video. Today I am cozy on the couch because we're just going to be having a little chat and drooling over some stunning plants. So this is going to be a wish list video, which I usually only do once a year, if that, because the past couple of years I haven't really been that committed to fulfilling a wish list. I also have a little iced chai latte here. Oh my gosh, it's good. Yeah, so I'm not really chasing crossing off plants or crossing plants off of a wish list. I'm very content with my collection is. How why can I not speak today? I'm very content with where my collection is at, and I also don't really want the number of plants I have to be creeping up much higher than what it is at right now. So I have to be very intentional about what I'm bringing in. So this is just my disclaimer. I am not like trying to cross these off, trying to obtain these plants. A lot of them I'm perfectly happy to enjoy in other people's collections, just seeing photos and stuff. But it's still fun to have a wish list, and it's still fun to see what's on other people's wish lists, which is why I'm sharing this with you today. These are just plants that I love. Will you potentially see me bringing them into my collection one day? Maybe. But the point of this video is just for us to admire these plants. So now that we're clear with that, and the way that I view my houseplant collection is not that every single plant that comes into my collection or that is in my collection currently is going to be in my collection forever. Like, I'm very comfortable with getting rid of plants when they're no longer bringing me joy, when I find something that I like more. Like, it's very flexible to me. So plants will come, plants will go. It's always kind of changing and evolving. And I'm just very happy with having it that way rather than feeling like if I bring a plant in, I have to do everything in my power to keep it in my collection. Like, no, I'm completely okay with my collection just kind of like changing throughout the years. In fact, I prefer it being that way. So, because sometimes, you have a plant for a while and then you are maybe not as in love with it as you once were or whatever. Anywho, let's get to the list. I have a bit of a long list, so I'm not going to ramble on too long about each of them. And there's definitely more than this. This is just what I could gather from like things I've saved on Instagram and in my notes app and stuff like that. Okay, first of all, this is a newer one to my wish list, and this one has actually been added due to one of y'all raving about it in the comment section, and that is Anthurium windlingeri. Now, I'm a big fan of pendant leaf anthuriums or just plants with long leaves in general, so I've always thought that the windlingeri was a really stunning plant. However, I haven't brought it into my collection because I already have the viridifolium, which you can kind of see behind me here, and I already have the Anthurium pallidiflorum, which is one of my favorites. So I guess I just figured that I didn't need the windlingeri, but now I'm very curious about the windlingeri after hearing how much other people enjoy growing this plant and how easygoing it is. Plus, you get those little spiral inflows, which I think is so cute. So I really would love to see it. And I'm kind of just getting curious about how that one would compare to my other pendant anthurium that I already have. Would it become a new favorite? Like, where would it fall in the ranking? I don't know. So I am curious about that one, and I would consider getting it one day. Like I said, I'm not like actively shopping for one, but it is something that is on my radar. I just love a long strappy leaf. I really do. So yeah, but then again, I already have like the two that I have, and then I also have Anthurium warocquianum, which is another like longer leaf anthurium. So I definitely don't need this one, but it is one that I would consider and that I definitely admire when I see photos of it now. Okay, next, this one has been on my wish list like low key for a couple of years. Whenever I see them, they just look so beautiful that I'm like, oh my gosh, why don't I have one of those? And that is the Dischidia rucifolia variegated, or I think it's also called the Dischidia million hearts. The variegated one specifically, that's what I want because the variegation just looks so pretty. I mean, first of all, just this plant, when you see a nice bushy full one, it looks so stunning. And then when when you add in that variegation and you see some of them with the completely white vines, like with a whole vine where all the leaves are white, oh my gosh, it does something for me. I think that it's so gorgeous. It's just such a dainty plant, and whenever I see a photo, I'm obsessed. So I don't know why I never come across them. Like, I never see them for sale online. I mean, maybe, like, I wonder if like Crystal Star stocks them. I don't know. But I don't really see them around. I don't see them in person at plant stores. I just don't really see them. The only place I see them is on Instagram, and then I drool over them because they are so pretty. Where would I put a plant like that? I don't know, but I just love the vibe of a bushy plant with those little dainty leaves, plus the variegation. That's very important. I'm looking at my Hoya chingensis right now, and that is like almost a similar vibe, but I really want that white variegation that the Dischidia rucifolia gets. However, variegated Hoya chingensis is another plant that I have been eyeing. I don't officially have it on this list, I don't think, but that is another little wish lister. You can see why I'm saying I'm not going to be getting all these plants, because there's too many plants out there, and it is not sustainable for me to have them all, unfortunately. Okay, next on my list, you already know because I'm always going on about this plant, Alocasia longiloba purple. I don't know if is it called like purple prince or purple something, purple, I don't know. I'm just saying Alocasia longiloba purple, but y'all know the one that I'm talking about. It's the one that Claudia has. I am Claudia Q. Absolutely stunning. I know other people have this too, but I just feel like hers is the most iconic, and I'm like the most familiar with seeing hers. But it's basically Alocasia longiloba, but completely purple. Like, I know that there's also the purple veins one. That is not the one that I want. I want the one where the whole leaf is purple. I just think that is such a phenomenal plant. Like, it's so striking. It's just amazing. I do have longiloba silver, but it's a stump right now, so hopefully that one will grow out, and then I can at least have some version of Alocasia longiloba. But it really is the purple one that has my heart. Yeah, it's just an amazing plant, and I know a lot of people are looking for that one as well. Next on my list, this is also one that I've been like low-key looking for the past year, and I have found it, but just at the time I decided not to purchase it, so I still don't have this plant, but it is one that I really, really love, and that is Begonia gogoensis. Now, this is one that went on my radar after I fell in love with Begonia paulensis, because I feel like they give similar, like they're different, but I feel like they give similar vibes with those big round leaves, but they're different enough that I feel like you could have both of them, you know, because the gogoensis looks more kind of like velvety or something. Like, it's just a completely different coloring and texture. But I think something about these begonias with these big round leaves, and they're like big bushy plants, I just really love. So for that reason, the gogoensis is really on my radar. This is one it's not even that expensive or anything. I think for me, it would just be a space issue. Like, where would I put this thing? So, I mean, that's like my major issue with bringing in new plants is space, but I just love the vibe of this begonia, so I could see myself getting this one eventually. Okay, next is a plant that I used to have, and it unfortunately croaked on me, which was kind of sad because this was my favorite alocasia at one time, and that is Alocasia Jacqueline. I don't know if y'all remember when I had my Alocasia Jacqueline, but I just loved that plant so much, and mine sized up so rapidly for me. It was such a fun alocasia to grow, and then it just had spider mites so persistently that I ended up chopping it down to nothing, and then I think that the stump just died. I don't really remember what happened, but it was not good. It was something to do with pests, and yeah, it didn't make it out of that situation. But I love Alocasia Jacqueline. I think it is so cool. I love how it has like a Velcro-like texture, very textured, very interesting shape, and just such a fun alocasia to grow. But I have heard from other people as well that they are just absolute spider mite magnets, so I don't think that it was just mine. I mean, alocasia are kind of spider mite magnets in general, but like my Jacqueline was bad for spider mites, which was annoying. But it is such a gorgeous alocasia. I could see myself, like, if I came across one in the garden center, I would probably bring it home, to be honest, like if I saw a small one, because it's just, I don't know, they're so gorgeous, they're so iconic. But again, there is the issue of this is a large alocasia. It's not like a little jewel alocasia. It is something that gets tall and gets big. So yeah, again, it's just like, where would I put that? It used to just live in front of the south facing window. It didn't really have a spot. It was just kind of like chilling on the floor. So I would need to figure out where I'm gonna put it. But yeah, I would consider bringing this one back in because I just loved it so much and it brought me so much joy watching it grow out. And it was so exciting whenever a new leaf would come in. Oh my gosh, I miss it. I really do. Next is a cactus. I think it's actually the only cactus on my wish list, and it is the Tephrocarpus geometricus or something. I don't know, but y'all know the one that I'm talking about, the little round cactus, and they grow just like little round balls. I think that that is like the cutest thing. Like, how is that even real? It is so adorable. But I never see them for sale. I really don't. So, I mean, maybe I just haven't been looking hard enough. I've Googled a couple times looking and nothing came up. But I will be keeping my eye open because this is a small plant and small plants are the ones that I'm most likely to bring in because, like I said, space is the biggest issue. Like, this is another one where, again, I don't think it would be that expensive. Same with like Alocasia Jacqueline. Like, these are plants that you can find for a reasonable price. It's just like, where are you going to put them? But the Tephrocarpus, I could just put that in my little cactus area, and then in the summertime it's even better because all of my cactus and succulents go outside, so it frees up some space in here. But yeah, I just find that one so cool and unique, and I feel like I really need to get my hands on it. Like, it's just so fun, and I love a fun, quirky cactus slash succulent. I would also consider bringing the booby cactus back into my collection because I had one years ago, and then I got rid of it when I was moving or something at some point. So I would consider bringing that one back in as well, but it's the Tephrocarpus that is at the top of my cactus wish list. Okay, so next I have a few philodendron on my wish list, and I've said before that philodendron are something that I have to think really hard before bringing one in because they take up a lot of room. They often need a moss pole, so it's like extra work to maintain them. But mostly it's the footprint that they take up. Like, they can get very large. So I have to be really picky about philodendron now. And I've really downsized a lot of my philodendron, but as I've been saying a few videos ago, I really have just like, I've really started to miss philodendron and miss having them in my collection. So there are a couple on my radar, but will I be bringing them in? I'm not 100% decided yet, but these are some that I'm absolutely loving. First of all, we have Philodendron Golden Dragon Variegated. Now, this is a plant that I came across a photo of on Reddit, of all places. I was just scrolling and I saw this posted in maybe like the rare houseplant subreddit or something like that. Anyways, I saw a video of Philodendron Golden Dragon Variegated and it was so jaw-dropping, stunning. I could not believe. It was massive and just so, like, the leaf shape is so interesting. The variegation is stunning. I just think that it is such an incredible philodendron. So it immediately went on my wish list. I actually tried to like buy one immediately. I'm like Googling like a crazy person, trying to impulse buy this philodendron. Thankfully nothing came up. I couldn't find one. So on the wish list it remains, but since then I've heard that these are really prone to reverting, which is such a bummer, and this is just like a constant issue that I have with not only philodendron but like any variegated plant. Not any, but a lot of them this has happened to me too. Variegated Adansonii, which is another plant I would consider bringing back in, but that plant I had a hard time growing it because it just wanted to go all white on me. Same with variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. That one went all variegated on me. Same with philodendron Florida Beauty. Like, it just keeps happening to me. So the thought of buying this golden dragon philodendron and then having it revert, that stresses me a little bit, but would it be worth the risk? I don't know. Maybe. If you have grown this one, let me know what your experience has been. But yeah, regardless, I do just think that they are so incredibly beautiful. Another philodendron that I have just been thirsting after, since I first saw it a few months ago, is the philodendron Corsinianum. Now, this is a hybrid of the Verrucosum and something else, which I cannot recall. I feel like it's something like, I don't even know. Let me look right now. Okay, it says it is a hybrid, ooh, a rare historic hybrid, first hybridized around 1888. What the heck? Why in the year 2025 is this thing so hard for me to find? Okay, so it's a hybrid between Philodendron verrucosum and Philodendron pinnatifidum. Pinnatifidum? Yeah, I guess so. So this one is interesting because it is a self-heading, right? Yeah, it says primarily self-heading, but can climb with support. Leaves get very large as it matures. Oh my goodness, this philodendron, you guys, this is like very close to the top of my wish list. Even though this gets massive, I would probably just have to bring one in anyways and figure out where the heck to put it. But the wavy, velvety leaves on this thing, like, I am obsessed. And I wasn't even aware that this was a thing until probably this summer is when I first discovered it, which I don't know how I've never heard of this before, but oh my gosh, yeah, they are just incredible. And that color, oh, they have like the verrucosum backs with the red, so when the new leaves are coming in, you can just see that beautiful bright red. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm obsessed with this philodendron, you guys. I'm really, really obsessed with it. It looks like a verrucosum, but with this crazy wavy shape. It's so cool. So yeah, this philodendron is like my dream. Okay, and then the last philodendron on my wish list is one that I don't think that I will be getting, but my jaw truly drops when I see them in other people's collections, and that is a good old philodendron melanochrysum. I love philodendron melanochrysum. I think that it is such a just like quintessential classic large velvety philodendron that is just such an extremely impressive houseplant. I will always be just like shocked when I see people grow these well, because I've had one in the past, like 5 years ago, and I could not for the life of me get this thing to size up. And I've heard that that is a consistent issue with this plant. And people say to buy this plant more mature rather than growing it out from like a small cutting or something. So I don't know. I do get tempted sometimes to bring one in and to try. I think maybe I'd be up to the challenge, but I don't know if I actually would be. But yeah, I just love a good old melanochrysum. Like, they are so good and so pretty. The variegated ones are also really pretty, and I've actually heard that ironically they grow better than the non-variegated. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've heard people say before. Yeah, I don't know. I love that one. So it just hangs out on my wish list, even though I don't know if I ever would bring it in. Next, we talked about this one before as well, Begonia maculata variegated. I love begonia. I love Begonia maculata, and the pink variegation on the variegated form of this plant is just, it's mesmerizing. I think that it is a work of art, so incredibly beautiful. So yeah, and these are becoming more attainable now, thank goodness. I see them popping up in shops, and I see more people bringing them into their collections, which is really exciting because yeah, I do just think it is such a stunning plant, and I haven't seen like a big one yet. I've only seen like smaller plants, but oh my goodness, how striking would it be to see like a big full maculata variegated with the pink variegation. I think that that would be so stunning. So yeah, I'm obsessed with that. Next, this is one that I don't think I will be getting anytime soon, because they have maintained a high price tag for years now, and that is the Hoya compacta, the silver version, or the Jody silver. There's also a different one that is, I think that Jody silver is just the silver, and then there's a different one. Oh my gosh, the name is on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it, but it's the silver variegation and then the white, the silver version of the compacta and then the white variegation, margin variegation. That one is so stunning as well, but I'm almost like scared of variegated compacta because I've had a hard time growing both the inner and outer variegated forms of compacta, and my green one grows like a weed. Like, y'all know, she's like 6 feet long. So I think that I don't know. any form of silver compacta, like, let's be honest, I would be happy to have, but they are all expensive, all the different forms. However, they are just so impressive and so beautiful. So I love seeing photos of them on Instagram. And that is just something that is going to be on my wish list like forever. Next is a pink. I think this is the only pink on my wish list right now, and it is Pinguicula Aphrodite. I saw a video of this one and it was huge, so I was like scouring the comments to figure out what it was, and apparently it's Pinguicula Aphrodite. So and I like how it has like more slender leaves, because there's also Pinguicula gigantea, which I do think is cool, but I think that has wider leaves. So I liked how this one could get pretty big, but still had like the narrow leaf. I really just like the shape of it. So yeah, I think that Brad's greenhouse does carry this one, so it is potentially one I could get next year. Pings are much easier for me to justify bringing into my collection because they're so small, even though now I'm like, I want the big pings. They're still small. Even the big pings are still small plants, so it's fine. But yeah, I do think that that one is really cute. Okay, next is a plant that was really popular back in the day, and now I don't see them as often, but when I do see them, I'm shook. And that is the Aglaonema pictum tricolor. Yeah, these were so popular like 5 years ago. And I had heard people say that they were not very easy to grow. I still hear that. So I think that that's why they kind of fell out of favor. Or they've just, I don't know, plants, you know, they peak in trendiness and then they come down. So I don't see them as much. But yeah, when I do see them, I'm just in love. I think that they're so cool, so interesting. They're like camo looking leaves. I just think that it would bring something really different into the collection. So if I came across one of these at a garden center, I would be tempted to bring it home for sure, because I just don't have anything like them or like that. And I don't even have any Aglaonema right now. So it is one that I do enjoy and I do think is really interesting. Next on my list, this is another one that I just don't see that often, but something about the leaves and the way that this one grows really does it for me, and that is Monstera obliqua, but the Amazonas version of it, because there's different types of Monstera obliqua. Like the one that I used to have that was really popular with all the, like, it looks really almost like lacy with the like really big holes, that is the obliqua Peru, but this Amazonas one has broader leaves and less holes, and just like the way that they look, they are very like almost like belt like, or like, I don't know, I like something about them just really does it for me. They're really like smooth looking and they have some holes, but they're not as holy. I love the shape of them. I just think that they are so stunning. So I would love to get one and have it climb and see what it ends up looking like, because again, I just don't really see these in people's collections. So I think it'd be a really fun one to try out. It's just different and I really love the leaves on it. So yeah, that has been one that I've searched several times, and I did find it at one shop, I think, but I didn't end up getting it because I think shipping was too expensive. But yeah, really cool one. I think that it's really unique and it'd be really fun to try to grow. Next is the Scindapsus Jade Aurea, and then I put or other variegated Scindapsus because I've been seeing some really pretty variegated Scindapsus, and I'm not the biggest Scindapsus person. I don't even think I have any in my collection currently, but the Jade Aurea is one that I consistently see look really beautiful, like when I see other people grow it. So that is one that I have been like low-key on the lookout for. If I got one, I would put it on a pole and watch it climb. I think that they look so pretty like that. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been kind of tempted by a variegated Scindapsus, especially because they seem really like hardy as well. Like they don't seem like something that's just gonna start like crisping on you or browning, and I love that because Aurea plants I feel can be really prone to browning. Cough cough, Monstera Aurea, aka my nemesis. But yeah, I think that the Jade Aurea is gorgeous. Okay, next is Hoya globulosa or villosa, whatever, but specifically the long leaf form, or even more specifically the Welsh mountain zoo go-to cultivar because that's one that I've seen a couple people have and they are just so, oh my gosh, I cannot with how long, like the long undulated leaves. Oh, they're just so beautiful. I have just like a regular Hoya villosa. It's the cow dang version, so it has a shorter leaf. I'm obsessed with it. It's one of my favorite plants, which is why the longer leaf form has gone on my wish list because I love the one that I have so much that I would just die for the long version of these leaves. So that is one that, again, I've like looked a few times and I just can't seem to track one down. But again, like with my wish list, it's not like I need any of these. Like I'm just like, oh, if I come across them, like if it works out, then it would be cool to have. But I'm not like going crazy searching for them or anything. So yeah, but I absolutely love that one so much. I've seen this Welsh Mountain Zoo variety on Good Growing, Emma's channel. So if you want to see hers, it's absolutely stunning. So yeah, I love that Hoya so much. And then another Hoya on my wish list is the Hoya icensis, or it has another name as well, which Pacharawali, is that it or is that something else? Maybe that's something else. I don't know. But it is a Hoya that I want for the flowers. Pacharawali, I was right. So oh yeah, the leaves are kind of cute, honestly. They do have a dark margin. But anyways, this is one that I want for the flowers because it has the cutest pink and like yellow flowers. They have the bright pink centers and I just think that they are like the cutest things. They literally look like just like a little candies that you want to just yeah, I just think that they're so cute. I love that Hoya so much. And that's one that I've been admiring for like a good couple of years now, I would say. And I just haven't, and I've come across them and like almost purchased one. Like I'll see them on Etsy or whatever, but I just never end up getting one because I don't know. I just have so many Hoya already. So I just end up holding off, but it is one that I really do love for the flowers. I guess I'll go through the other two Hoya that are on my wish list. I'm surprised that there's only 3, honestly, or I guess there's 4. But I am trying to slow it down. But I do always come across Hoya where it's the flowers that freaking suck me in. Which is the same case for the next one, which is Hoya praetorii. This one has been on my wish list forever, and for years I could not find it. I could not find a retailer in Canada that sold these. I kind of stopped looking for it because I wasn't coming across it. But this year, Plant Haven Toronto actually brought them in. So I know that they have them, and I will get one eventually. I just haven't yet. But this is one where I'm obsessed with the flowers, like obsessed, you guys. They have these bright orange, fuzzy, big, chunky flowers. And the moment I laid eyes on those flowers, I was like, this Hoya, like I freaking need this plant. So yeah, it's been one that I've talked about over the years. And now I actually know that I can get my hands on one, which is really exciting. And I should probably get it sooner rather than later so that I can, get this thing growing so that it can flower for me one day. But yeah, I love the flowers on this. They're so cool and different than anything else that I have. So I will be getting this one day and I want to grow it into like a big bushy plant so I can get like multiple flower clusters at once because I see these on Instagram. I see what these plants have done for other people and I want that for myself as well. Okay, next is Hoya Mathilde variegated. I resisted the variegated Mathilde urge for a while, but I just keep seeing them more and more and they look so cute and I'm already such a big Hoya Mathilde fan that I'm like, you know what, maybe I do need all the varieties. Like with Hoya Polyneura, I want all the varieties. I kind of feel the same with Hoya Mathilde. I have the silver version, which is stunning, but and I'm happy with just having the silver one, honestly. But if I came across the variegated Mathildes, I would be very tempted, is all that I'm saying. Yeah, I think that they're so gorgeous. And I also have really discovered a love for variegated Hoya this year. Like, it wasn't really something that I went for in the past. I would always just go for silver Hoya. But with my variegated lacunosa and the inner variegated Hoya Bertonier, I think that I'm really I'm really into variegated Hoya. They aren't cheap though. Variegated Hoya are usually kind of expensive. So that'll be probably one I wait on for a bit, but I do have my eye on it. I have to go charge my camera for like 5 minutes because it is literally gonna die at any moment, but I only have 2 more plants to go over, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So the last 2 plants are beautiful trailing plants. I will say that they intimidate me. Oh my gosh. There we go. The first one is Hesperia, kind of Hesperia in general because there's several of them that I like. The 2 specific ones that I noted down are Numeralaria folia, something like that, or Squarosa. Now these are both really cool plants that are commonly grown like upside down or from the bottom of a planter, you know what I mean? So I feel like they would be really great contenders for my UFO planter, which is currently sitting empty. I have been planning on putting my fern leaf cactus in my UFO planter, so that's probably what I'll end up doing, but these would be really good contenders if you are looking for a unique hanging plant. I think that they are just so incredibly unique and beautiful. They just look so intricate and whimsical, honestly. So yeah, really big fan of both of those. I've had Hesperia like saved on my wish list thing on Instagram for so long, and I know that We Pot Plants did bring some in, so I don't know if she'll be bringing more in. I'll have to keep an eye, but I think I just wasn't really buying plants at the time that she brought them in. But yeah, those are super cool and unique plants. Same with the last one on my list, which is Ceratostema rahii, question mark. But that is another one that just looks so intricate. The pattern that the leaves grow in, it just looks so whimsical and so cool. Again, it's another really interesting trailing plant, and I think that this one, the new growth, gets really pink, which is so cute. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. It like doesn't even look real. I don't think that I really see it for sale ever, so I don't know if I would ever get this. If you have this plant, please let me know, because it feels like a true unicorn. But yeah, they're so cool. I don't know how hard they are to care for either, so that would be something else I would have to look into. But just visually, oh my goodness, like what a magical plant. Love, love, love. All right, y'all. So that is it for what is on my wish list currently. It is always being updated and always kind of changing, and I'm sure that I missed some plants as well, but it's always just so fun to look through and to admire all of them. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. This is just a fun casual video to film, and I feel like it gives a fun glimpse into my taste of plants as well. So yeah, of course, let me know any of your thoughts on these plants. Let me know what's at the top of your wish list. I would love to hear, and I will get back to you when I'm back online in January. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.